aka Adventure Shock 24, and welcome back to Minecraft Update Report. And the reason being that we are in Minecraft Update Report is, whoops, I did not mean to break the dirt there. We are going to review the new Minecraft 1.12 Snapshot. That is 17w06a. This is a brand new snapshot, just like the one we reviewed before, that was for 1.11.2, but this one is for the new Minecraft version coming soon, eventually. That is Minecraft 1.12, which is going to be really cool. So, this is a set of new blocks that is added in with this update. Now, they are so unbelievably cool looking. So these are the glazed terracotta blocks. They are so cool. I'll build something, and I'll place each one down individually. Each of these looks kind of weird, but cool at the same time, in the same weird kind of way. Hey, all of these blocks just look so cool. Don't they? Hey, I'm gonna place all of them down, just so that we can get a good look at them all. And they just look so unique, each one individually. Look at all these. Really cool, right? And what's cool is they all have unique patterns. This purple one has an arrow on it, which could be used in place of a sign or something to go somewhere. So anyway, yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna put this stuff away, and we can move on to the next chest, which has concrete blocks. Now these are just basically blocks of their solid colors, am I right? Right? These are just straight up blocks. They are much better than clay. Definitely. I think you all can agree. These look much better than hardened clay. Let me compare this. Let me grab some yellow and light blue stained clay that we used to have before this update, and this is literally terrible. This clay is just awful. These new blocks just completely make these ones pretty much completely useless now, because these blocks look amazing. They're so cool. And let me just go time set day so that we can actually see everything we're building out of these blocks. So yeah, the light blue and yellow hardened clay and all the other colors of hardened clay don't seem as useful now, but hey, we got better blocks now. Yellow, light blue, and all the other colors of concrete, which is, of course, very good. And I'll show you how to craft this stuff later in the video. So here we go. When we move on to the next section, which is the concrete powder, which is these are affected by gravity, kind of like sand, so if you place them down, they will fall, just like sand, and they're basically colored sand. That's pretty much all these blocks are. They're basically just colored sand, which is really cool. So, moving on. And I shall grab this bucket of water, because there is something with that later. So now, we go on to crafting. So, here's how you craft the powder and the colored sand that we just looked at a second ago. So, if we go over to the crafting table and put in any color dye of your choice, and just put in sand it's a shapeless crafting recipe. You can do it like this, with lime dye in the middle, and create concrete powder. You could put the dye up there, and put this like that, and then the gravel spread out like this. You could craft it this way as well. It's a shapeless crafting recipe, so all you need to do is put in the dye anywhere, and the sand and gravel anywhere, and you need 4 sand and 4 gravel to be able to craft concrete powder of any color, which is, of course, very cool. Moving on over to this section, which is how you craft the glazed terracotta blocks. These are the glazed terracotta blocks, and how you craft them is you go over to your collection of hardened clay. Hey, these dreary looking blocks, these old. This is the way we used to build with color blocks. Now, and then you just stick any color into a furnace. Ernest, any color clay you want, any kind of hardened clay you want, and once it's done smelting in the furnace, you will have your terracotta blocks, which look much, much cooler. You have to agree, this looks a lot cooler. Definitely. Let me try building it in a different way. Oh, and it has a pattern so that you can change it so that it looks different wherever you place it. So if you place it at a specific angle, it'll look different, which is also really cool. You could build a really cool floor pattern with that. So I like that a lot. So you can craft it just by, well, you make the terracotta blocks just by putting hardened clay into a furnace, which I really like. So, moving on back over to one of these other chests, we shall grab some of this concrete powder. And I bet you're wondering, okay, so we know how to make the concrete powder and the terracotta, but how do we make the solid concrete blocks? All you have to do is just grab all of your concrete powder, place them in a row, place all the powder that you want to turn into the solid blocks in a row, and then pour water on it. And then, as the water gets poured on it, it turns into instant concrete powder. It turns into the hardened concrete blocks. So you just have to place down all of your concrete powder that you want to turn solid, and then just pour water on it, and it will all turn solid and turn into normal hardened concrete. Yeah, that's just how you do it. So yeah, these are really cool blocks and surprisingly easy to make. It just takes a bit of sand and gravel and maybe a furnace or two, and then you've got a really cool selection of blocks, which I love the look of these blocks, by the way. They look amazing. But that's not all. The reason I'm doing this in creative mode, other than to place the blocks easier, is so I can do this. There is a new feature in creative mode in this snapshot. If you go over to creative mode and look at this new icon, it says saved toolbars. So if you go over here, I changed the controls a bit so that I have to press a different key, but normally it's just the straight up numbers that you have to press if you haven't changed the config settings. But if you go over here, it says you can save your toolbar with control and the different numbers to save it to a different place. So I'm going to try that now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this toolbar by pressing Control and this button. Item toolbar saved. Restore with Shift and the same button that I just pressed to save it. So now, if I just get rid of everything in my front inventory, or everything in my hand, and then press that exact combination again. Item toolbar saved. Restore with... I didn't mean to do that. I messed it up. Oh no, I messed it up. I'll just try it with another block. I didn't do that right. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, this is what was supposed to happen. You save it by pressing Control and the correct key. That's how you save it. And instead of getting rid of your stuff and saving it again, you're supposed to press Shift and that button. Not the same thing again. So I'm gonna go over and press Shift and then the button. Combination. Hello. Hello? Oh, maybe what it does is it doesn't paste it into your inventory. Maybe it just lets you grab it from here. I guess technically that would make sense. 'Cause you could just make your own section with all these lines here. Okay, never mind. I guess that makes sense. That's going to be about it for this video. Really cool blocks being added in, and a really useful feature for creative mode if you're building in creative, which I really like that they added in. Please like the video if you liked it, of course, and subscribe maybe if you want to see more videos like it, and I will see you all later in the next video. Adventure on!